game of the year.
The only thing about it is
a wide receiver.
The Bears only rushed the ball 12 times.
Yeah,
that's not a lot. And then Jay Cutler, sorry Mike Wilbon, but he had 3 interceptions.
Yeah, and they benched him.
Yeah, that's something you can't do.
That's bad.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, but since he did have a good balanced attack, they ran the ball and threw the ball efficiently. You know, rushing yards 215, passing yards 333. So that's pretty good right there. They didn't overwork somebody and then threw the ball like somebody else did this past weekend. But I'm not going to say nothing about
Yeah, we'll let that go for another topic.
We're not going to say nothing about that.
Going to the next game that we had Minnesota at Pittsburgh, which is probably the marquee matchup of the week. Ben Roethlisberger facing off against Brett Favre for the first time in his career. And I think he stood toe-to-toe with the legend and really took him out, you know. I mean, Adrian Peterson only 69 yards.
How many rushes?
You know,
he had 18 rushes.
Yeah, 18 rushes for 69 yards.
Yeah.
That just solidifies that Steelers defense. Even without Troy Polamalu, they continued the streak. They now have 25 straight games without allowing a 100-yard rusher. I mean, that's amazing. With a guy like Troy Polamalu not there for 4 weeks, it kind of really took a lot of that. Everybody said the defense is off. A lot of people started to run against them. That hasn't been the case. I think the most that anybody rushing against them this year has been 88 yards. And now, you know, and that even was really a fluke, you know. So, I mean, and that was also Cedric Benson as well. So, I mean, so I can't hate against these guys. I mean, Pittsburgh's defense is for real, and they're kind of back on the mat with Polamalu back as the safety. So, watch out, big things from the Pittsburgh Steelers this year.
And the one stat that jumped out to me was Brett Favre threw the ball 57 times.
Yeah, it's far too many throws.
It's kind of something that that I alluded to last week. What happened with him with the Jets?
He started to throw.
He started to throw a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
This is what's going to cause those shoulder problems toward the end of the season.
And that 40-year-old man cannot do it like that for the rest of the season.
Sure can.
So maybe they'll go to Adrian Peterson more down the stretch. I mean, you gotta hope that Adrian Peterson can turn it up at the end of the season.
Adrian Peterson is supposed to be the rock of that offense anyway.
He's supposed to be their number one guy. He's supposed to. I mean, come in. He should have been getting the ball, 20, 25 times a game, and not allowing Brett Favre to throw that much.
Yes.
Exactly.
What the Vikings allowed to do was the Steelers' defense to dictate the action. They did not stay true to the run. They only ran it 80 times and threw the ball, as you said, 57 times. That's far too much, and that's not a very good balance. As we had just talked about, Cincinnati had a terrific balance, but Minnesota got away from that.
Yeah,
they did.
All right, now we're going to get into Week 8 games. We have some terrific matchups. We're going to go ahead and start with the Giants are traveling to Philly. As we all remember last year, Philly went into the Meadowlands and kicked their butts, to say the least, 20-11. Thanks, guys. Giants coming off 2 straight losses against the Saints. That was a beatdown, too. And last night against the Cards. But hopefully they can turn things around. It's 2 terrific defenses going at it, 2 injured defenses as well. So, guys, what do you see happening in this game?
This is nothing but a tough matchup. It's too close to call, really. But I know there's an Eagle fan out there watching me. Forgive me, but I'm going to pick the Giants in this one, 21-17.
I'm picking the Giants also. I have to pick the Giants. The defense, I think the defense will step up this week. Especially, they always step up when it comes to an NFC East opponent. So I really feel that they should win this game, and I have them on my fantasy, so they better win.
You got a score for us?
Score, let's see. Eagles have a lot of weapons. They just got to watch out for that. But I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I'll give it 31-28.
Really, I got to go with the Giants on this one also. I mean, Philadelphia, one of those inconsistent type teams. I mean, you saw what they did against, Chris's Oakland Raiders, and they laid a big old goose egg right there. I mean, you can't allow it to happen. And this week, I mean, of course, they'll probably play really good because it's the Redskins. But one thing I have to say is the Giants won't lose 3 straight games. I mean, they were close to winning yesterday's game. I mean, just a little slip up there at the end probably hurt them the most. But it's just, you really have to, play good. And with going into Philly next week, it's going to be gonna be, you know, pretty good game, and I really want the Giants to win, so I have them winning 31-27.
Well, I think it's a consensus. Excuse me. I'm going to go with the Giants as well. It's a tough NFC East matchup. Both teams are probably going to struggle running the football, but I think the Giants get revenge and win 17-10.
All right.
Well, let's go into next week's Monday night matchup. Awesome matchup. I don't know if anybody sees it, but Atlanta at New Orleans. New Orleans #1 in total offense, of course. I mean, averaging 427 yards a game. #3, with the run. #6 with the pass. Going against Atlanta, who is 25th in total defense. 26th against the pass, 23rd against the run. It's just crazy for me to see what Drew Brees will do against the Atlanta Falcons. But also at the same time, what does Matt Ryan do? Lost this game against the Cowboys. How does he respond going into New Orleans? Tough place to play. You can ask Eli Manning that. You can ask any quarterback that stepped into New Orleans this year. But how will Matt Ryan respond to all of this? We have yet to see, and I can't wait to see it. I got this team going away with, and probably not going away with it really, but I guess we call it going away. 45-28.
Wow, that's pretty big. But I think the Saints will put up some numbers. I think Saints will put up some numbers. 45 is a possibility. They're playing at home, right? Playing at home.
At home.
Falcons really not known for their defense. They could hang about 50 on them, but I give it to the Saints running away. I say 42-24.
Beware of the voodoo. Beware of the voodoo. I'm telling you, New Orleans, as I said, is the scariest team in the NFL, and the Atlanta Falcons will see exactly why. 56.
Woo!
14.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a big
Wow.
down. I'm going to go ahead and make a consensus. I'll take the Saints as well. They're going to be in Matt Ryan's face all afternoon.
Yes.
It's going to be a 38-17 win.
And another thing, as we talk about this New Orleans team, that defense is what won them their game against the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing, Darren Sharper, getting those tips and just running with them and just, it's, like I say, this defense, is finally complementing their offense.
Yeah, but will it hold up the rest of the season?
That is the question.
Do you get too complacent on defense and allow a team to come in there and just beat you?
That remains to be seen.
That just has, and we'll see what happened in the playoffs. Remember in 06 when New Orleans was a great team in 06? What happened in the NFC Championship game against the Bears?
They faced a great defense.
They faced it.
So, we'll see.
But also 2006, we all know what happened with the Bears.
Yes, sir. 29-17, maybe. That's all I'm going to say.
Speaking of great defenses, probably the most surprising team in the NFL this season, by far, Denver Broncos.
Yes, sir.
#2 in total defense, #1 in defensive scoring, and surprisingly, #3 against the run.
Yeah, that is surprising.
Going against a team that was known for defense, but now somewhat noteworthy of the offense, Baltimore Ravens. #5 in total offense, surprising shock, #19 in total defense.
Yeah.
Well, I really believe I'm an AFC West guy. I don't like Denver. I don't like the Chiefs. I don't like the Chargers. Go Raiders. But I'm gonna have to jump on this bandwagon. I really believe that the Denver Broncos are a legit team. Beat the Cowboys, even though it's at home, beat the Cowboys, and they beat the Patriots, and then they went on the road and won a division game at the Chargers.
Yep.
So going to Baltimore, I really believe that they're going to get all up in Joe Flacco, all up in him. And a prediction right here, Doomerville sack record for the season. Doomerville sack record for the season. I'm giving him 3 sacks this game.
All right.
3 sacks this game. And I'm picking Denver to go away. It's going to be a tough game, but I feel that they're going to win it at the end. I give it to them 21-17.
I guess I'll go next right here. I'm not an AFC West guy.